So Millennium Point Property Limited is a property management company. We have units within the building which we rent out to several tenants, and that ranges from like an independent cafe to the think tank and Birmingham City University. So yeah, a range of sizes of businesses. You basically have a model where we rent out that property, and then we also have an events business. And the whole goal really is to generate some income, which we can then donate to our trust. And that trust then promotes STEM within the West Midlands. Yes, of course. I'm the management accountant at Millennium Point. I've been there for about 4.5 years now. And I've seen quite a big change in the business. We predominantly looked at a lot of charitable work in terms of hosting events that way. But you know, the idea to go more commercial would then help promote STEM more, because we'd then be able to be in more of a commercial market. And that has seen the amount of donations double, if not triple, over the years I've been there, and it's been really great to see. But my function really is in the finance department. Yep, we had Sun Systems, so that was based on a server within the building. It was a good system. There were feelings though that it was probably bigger than what we needed it to be, really. It was a very powerful system, although in reality we only used maybe 25, maybe 30% of its actual power. The main reason we were moving our IT system from the servers to cloud, and the finance system was one of the biggest systems which needed to be moved. So we did some research into what systems were available, and the Business Central was definitely the best one that we saw. The interaction with Office 365, that was really good. We had all of that Office set up, installed with our IT company, so this just jumped straight in, really, side by side. The other things are its actual usability, and the way non-finance people are able to use it. I can say now that there have been very rarely any issues with raising purchase quotes. The majority of the time it's people not reading notes. Whereas before there were a lot of technical issues in the other system, and I know people did get frustrated around purchase orders and maybe having to do approvals if there are any discrepancies. Whereas this time round, with Business Central, it's been very smooth and very, very receptive from all departments. The previous system we had also had an Excel function, but I do believe Jet is, a lot more powerful. The fact that you can make small changes very quickly to a report. So, for instance, if we have a budget holder report for each budget holder, it was very easy to create effectively a template for one, and then just replicate that for all other departments and just slightly tweak that. And that is also something that's got cumulative numbers in there. So every time we roll it forward a month, it's easy to do, very customizable. And it's, as I said, I've used a few other systems before, but I do find that Jet is one of the best that I have used. The approval system we have in place is it's really robust. There's no issues around how we have an audit trail of the purchase order being raised, who's approved it, and the ability to have I think my term would be a stand-in if someone's not in the business at the time. The only other thing that I think we're looking to improve on is, for myself, if I'm then getting involved in the purchase ledger side and the sales ledger side, I was an approver. So it's just I'm having to make tweaks in the background just to say, okay, I'm now not an approver because I am raising. The only thing I would say is maybe having a look at ways of it understanding the position someone's, doing a process. From the installation team to the support team, and obviously yourself, have been really, really helpful. Questions have been answered very, very fast. I will say with the installation, Rachel and Tom were really, really good. I had extensive phone calls with Rachel just to make sure we had all our ducks in a row before we went live. We tried to cover as many bases as we could. And in reality, the go live was very straightforward. As you'd expect, there are going to be a few teething problems with when you go live. But I don't think there wasn't anything major. I mean, I know we were able to, get the issues resolved straight away. I've spoken with other, people in different businesses who have recently had new systems installed, and the stark difference between how ours have gone and theirs have gone. I think that is a testament to the way Cooper Parry did go about, their level of work and effort put into the installation. I think in terms of the support as well, questions we've ever asked have been answered very quick. And there's been no delays really. I think if I've had a question which has been classed as a priority, it's been answered very fast. If I had a question which even I know isn't a priority, I've expected it to be maybe a couple of days. But it's been a couple of hours, but it actually did come in a bit faster than I thought. So, there's always been a resolution. I don't think I've had an issue so far where someone said, I actually need to escalate this a bit higher. Yep, absolutely. As I said, I think in comments ago, from what I've heard from other people, they've had a lot of issues. So, if I had to say how our experience was, it was flawless. In terms of that, you have to be realistic and expect there to be teething problems, as I said. And thankfully for us, it was only minor. We were up and running. I mean, we went into year end a month after go live. It was a month end where we were still able to provide all the information. There was nothing missing. Everything reconciled. So I suppose that's a good litmus test. If your year end runs smooth, then everything's gone well.